guys, and welcome to another installment of Coffee Machine Depot. Today we're going to be looking at the Sanremo U multi-boiler espresso machine. Now when we look at buying an espresso machine, there's really three tiers that we can go from. Tier number one is your Rancilio Silvia, your Gaggia Classics, your Ascaso machines. The Elite has a Victoria or a Grace machine, and they're that switch over boiler, sub $1,000 range. Breville have them as well. They're great when you're learning and you want to start espresso. And then your next step, of course, we're going to go to an E61 group head machine. Typically they start at about 1,500 and they'll go up to about $3.5 grand. And there's a lot of brands there. You have Quick Mill, you have Izzo, you have ECM, you have Profitec, and they're a great mid-tier machine. They make a fantastic coffee, especially the dual boiler machines. But then once you're done with those and you really want to get to the end of the line, you're going to go with something like the Sanremo U. Now the Sanremo U is a dual boiler machine, so you have complete temperature control, but it's also a pressure profiling machine. It has a gear pump inside, so we can change and extract the coffee with that paddle, and we can change how that extracts. A lot of people don't know who Sanremo is, but it's a company that's up in the north of Italy. It's owned by the mothership, the DeLonghi Group, and the DeLonghi Group actually owns Marzocco as well. They've just made a play on Melkonic too. So it's one of the biggest conglomerates that owns the best brands, and they took over part of Sanremo as well. And they wouldn't have done this if it wasn't one of the best machines out there or best brands out there. So let's have a look at this Sanremo U. Today we've got the Firenzato all-ground sense, which is the grind by weight grinder, so it weighs the coffee on the way out, as opposed to a grind by time. And these are new to the market. As a matter of fact, our first batch of grinders arrives next week, and we're super excited to get them here. We've been using this one here for about 2 to 3 months, and I have to say, I have not met anyone that has said, I don't want that grinder. These are going to be the hottest and best-selling grinders for prosumers that are available today. They're a perfect size. They're a stepped grinder, so when you turn the top, you know exactly where you're at. You can feel the click one way or the other. Super easy to dial in, and it's an all-ground grinder. So you can do espresso, you can do mocha pot, and you can do pour over filter as well. And then because it's stepped, we can go back to where we were. So I've got our coffee in here. I've set this to 17.5 grams. I'm gonna push the double shot. Okay, 17.5 grams is here. Distribute that, tamp that, bring her across. Now, one of the best features of this Sanremo U, and I have to tell you, personally, this is actually my machine. I have a couple of machines at home. One is the Slayer 1 group, and this guy here. And the reason why I have this, it's so easy to use, in particular for my wife. When I make a shot that I like, I can record that shot under a paddle profile, and then next time around it's going to be on one of these buttons, and instead of having for my wife to mess around with the paddle and work out where that was at, she simply just pushes the button and it'll do that profile. So right now I'm going to extract, and as I'm doing this, we've got a paddle set point. It's coming across and it's showing me my bar. So at the moment this is running at 4.1 bar for 7 seconds. I've gone full extraction now. We're at 9 bar. It's showing the milliliters per second coming out. It's showing the bars happening. And of course, I've got my shot timer as well. Not only that, I've got the temperature set here. And if I want to taper it off, I can slowly taper it off. You'll notice this machine is so quiet. I mean, it's probably the quietest machine on the market. I don't think I've ever heard a machine that's quieter than this. The steam wand here is Cool Touch. So when we push it on, we can hold it. I'll make a cappuccino from this shot. Very easy to use. Doesn't blow the milk apart. Some of these machines, if you're not really skilled, you really have to watch it. This one here, I'm actually just, the steam wand's in the milk and it's doing its thing by itself. I'm not doing much at all. I'm just feeling for the temperature for when it gets right. And then I'm gonna flick that paddle down. Give it a wipe after the purge. Okay. Another click. The milk is absolutely silky as. And there is a nice fern. Okay. So let's have a look. All ground scents from Firenzato, one of the best companions you could have for a Sanremo U. I love these. I love both these machines. I know that if you were in the market to buy an espresso machine for home and you really want to go to that high end, the best of the best, you're not going to be disappointed with these machines. These are the best that are available. We thank you for watching another installment from Coffee Machine Depot, and we look forward to helping you out with all of your needs when it comes to buying an espresso machine.